Hey everybody, it's Matt Sellhorst at Boat Dealer Profits. Hey, the message I've got for you today, I've kind of found this quiet little secluded cove here because what I've got to talk to you about, I want it just to be between you and I. Don't let your manufacturers know about this video. Certainly don't pass it along to them. But as I was driving, I'm always listening to audio CDs, books on tape, books on CD, or audio programs from marketers and from coaches that are mentors of mine. And I was listening to Jim Palmer. He's a mentor that I really like his stuff. And so I was listening to his newest book on audio CD. And he had this quote that I just loved, and I wanted to share it with you, but just you. I don't want to share it with anybody else. So this Profits Cove, I've kind of selected down to just the dealers on that are subscribed. His quote was this: "Gross is for vanity, net is for sanity." Gross is for vanity, net is for sanity. And I love that. I heard that quote and I rewound it and I listened to it again and I said, yeah, I like that. That to me, that's what I'm all about. That's what at Boat Dealer Profits, I mean, it's in the name, profits. That's why you're in business. You're not in business to sell $10 million of boats. You're not in business to sell 500 boats. You're in business to put as much money in you and your family and your employees' pocket as possible. That's it. That's what business is about. Great. There's other benefits: job creation, delivering a lot of happy clients, delivering a lot of boats. All of that stuff is great, promoting the boating lifestyle. But the bottom line is you've got a lot of money. Your entire life is invested into your boat business. And that risk that you take deserves to be rewarded financially, because it's not just the finances, the financial reward. It's what those financial rewards do to you. In a lot of my talks and in my books, I talk about, how much are little changes in your boat business worth to you. And by increasing margins on your boats by just $500, if you sell 100 boats, that's an extra 50 grand in your pocket a year. Gross is for vanity, net is for sanity. And I love that. He had it in his book, and I wrote it down. I said, I got to do a video on that. Now, I don't want you to share this with your manufacturers, because I had a conversation with a manufacturer not too long ago that said, hey, I don't know that you should be the one telling dealers how to price their boats. And it was in reference to another video I did talking about the cost of discounting, I thought. I think that's what he was referring to. He didn't say specifically, but as a manufacturer, they're focused on you selling units. The more units you sell, the more production they can do and the more money they make, because they should operate under the same philosophy, right? Net, gross is for vanity, net is for sanity. In manufacturing, there's some economies of scale that adjust that a little bit. Sometimes selling more units will help drive the cost down and build the profits up. But for you, that's not necessarily the case. So I had one coaching client that the sales guy said to me, listen, Matt, he said, I sold more boats last year than I did in the previous year, and I made less money. I said, well, tell me, what happened? How were you able to do that, and why did you make less money? So, did you hold your margins? Well, no, I sold units. They told me that units is what they wanted to, they wanted me to sell a bunch of units. I said, hey, listen, you've got to make money, because if you sell a boat for 12% that you could have sold for 15% margin, you've just lost money. That sale lost you money, opportunity cost. If you sold the boat at 17% and you could have sold it for 20%, you lost opportunity there. Now, I've also had dealers a dealer that I talked to about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they still had a 2007 model on their showroom floor. Actually, it was tucked back in a warehouse. Never been run, never been titled, a 2007 model. Now, at some times, you've just got to, it's got to go. that 2007 should have gone a long time ago. And sometimes you've got to take your lumps, and you've got to give up your margin when you can. But when you manage your inventory right, and when you have systems and you have strategy and you have messaging that are on point, it makes a world of difference, and it allows you to focus on that net number. You have the confidence to hold your net, to hold your margin, because you know your systems are in place and you're feeding that funnel. You're feeding the system, the 24/7 selling machine. You've got fantastic messaging. You've got really strong strategy behind everything you do. And that allows you to keep more net. Gross is for vanity, net is for sanity. I love that. I wrote it down as soon as I heard it. I backed it up and was like, did I hear that right? That's great. I love it. So gross is for vanity, net is for sanity. Have your strategy, have your systems, and have your messaging down cold, and it really allows you to focus on that net. And that goes for sales, service, parts, all of that stuff. When you focus on the net, it makes your life, your business, much more enjoyable. And that's the point of it all. That's why we are in business, is to make money. I'm a capitalist. Making money is why you take all the risk. Why you've got the risk of all that inventory, the risk of supporting all the families that work for you, the risk of everything that goes into your business, all those checks that have to be written if you sell a boat or not. You've got that risk on you as the business owner, and because of that risk, you deserve the reward of high nets, of high levels of profits. So that's it. Again, keep this down. Don't be sharing it with your manufacturers. Don't forward it on to your rep and say, hey, check this out. This between you and I, Boat Dealer Profits, Matt Sellhorst, to you, the dealer. If we can do anything to be of service, give us a call. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.